Like a Hellcat.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it out. Tonight, we're gonna let it out. Tonight, we're gonna let it out. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it out. Now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it out. Tonight, we're gonna let it out. Tonight, we're
Data. Okay. Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Apa khabar semua? I'm Marsha Sophie Irdina from Mrsm Tun Muhammad Fuad Stephens, and I'm the moderator for today's Santai Talk. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I'd like you all to comment down below, where are you guys from? Which schools are you from? Okay? So, before we begin today's program, I'd like to invite Mozaini to recite the prayer. Mozaini, dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bagi yang beragama Islam, bolehlah mulakan bacaan doa dengan umul kitab Al-Fatihah. Bagi yang bukan beragama Islam, bolehlah bertafakur mengikut agama masing-masing. Umul kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala alihi washabbihi ajmain. Ya Allah ya Rahman ya Rahim, kami memanjatkan kesyukuran kepadamu kerana mengizinkan kami untuk mengadakan program Santai Talk pada malam ini ya Allah. Ya Allah ya Karim ya Wadud, kami memohon kepadamu agar engkau berkati program ini dengan limpahan rahman rahimu. Semoga segala usaha kami dalam menjayakan program ini mendapat keredaan dan hidayahmu. Ya Allah ya munzila rahmah wa ya fatihal barakah. Ya Allah ya Tuhan kami, kau terbitkanlah rasa kebesaran di dalam setiap hati kami dengan rasa kesyukuran dan kehambaan kepadamu ya Allah. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi washabbihi wa baraka wasallam. Subhana rabbika izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Thanks Mozaini. Okay. So tonight, our topic is about say no to bullying. Bicara kita pada malam ini hanyalah santai. So it will be like approximately an hour and a half. And also, it wouldn't be less than that or even more than that. We'll see how it goes. I would like to inform everyone that you can leave your comments down below, but please mind your language and always spread positivity. Alright, selain itu, program ini juga akan dijalankan secara dua bahasa, so we'll go back and forth with English and Malay. Okay. And the best part of this program is that you have a chance to participate in the quiz and win 50 ringgit. With each quiz, there are 4 quizzes in total, and you'll win, dang, 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 this. All right, so good luck for all the people that want to win this, okay? All right, so now I would like to introduce my team technical behind me, yaitu Saudara J. Rhino, Saudara Akmaru, dan juga rakan-rakan BWP yang lain. Say hi, everyone!
Hai.
Okay, thank you. So they will be the ones that are going to pick the lucky winners. So siapa yang berjaya menjawab? Good luck to you. Without further ado, let's start our discussion for tonight. All right. As you all know, bullying is something that always happens in school. It doesn't matter if you go to a public school, a private school, a boarding school, such as Mrsm or even SBP. So basically, bullying occurs like everywhere in the world. We can't also deny that bullying causes a plethora of implications to both the victim and the doer, I mean the bully. But before we go deeper into this topic, of course you want to know our brilliant panelists for today. So without further ado, I'd like to invite our dear panelists to introduce yourselves. So now we'll start with the first panelist, Muhammad Ashraf. Please, persilakan.
Hello, everybody. My name is Muhammad Ashraf bin Rahaizal. I am currently 16 years old, just past my birthday. Thank you very much. And I'm in Sekolah Tengku Abdul Rahman Star in Ipoh, if none of you know that already. And the currently position I am now in my school is as a school prefect. How exciting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashraf. Next, I would like to invite Akila.
Hello everybody, my name is, nama yang diberikan Nur Akila Izati, but you guys can call me Kila or Akila for short. I'm currently at the age of 16, where the new term started just as my birthday came, and I study at Sekolah Menengah Sains Kuala Selangor, which you guys can call Kustes for short. I currently have been given the position of Majlis Perwakilan Pelajar, MPP. I'm also a badar at school. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Afif. I am currently 16 years old. I am from the Malay College, Kuala Kangsar, and my position is a librarian.
Thank you, Afif. And last but not least, Nisa. Nisa, are you there?
Mrsm KKB or Mrsm Kuala Kubu Baru. I am a pembimbing rakan sebaya now at my school. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Nisa, for introducing yourself too. All right, everybody, now that you've known our brilliant panelists for today, without further ado, I think we can start our discussion. Now, we'll proceed with Ashraf first. Okay, Ashraf, maybe you can share with us, like, what do you think is the definition of bully from your perspective?
Alright. A definition of bullying. So, seperti mana yang kita tahu, bully ni secara dasarnya merupakan satu tindakan untuk menyakiti orang secara fizikal maupun lagi mental. So, this bully, they always wanted to target weak people who don't seem to have a really great willpower inside of them in the first place. Secara contohnya, kalau kita pergi mana-mana sekolah, kita tengok bahawa the term senior, murid-murid yang lebih tua kat dalam sekolah itu membuli junior, murid-murid yang lebih muda. Sebab kerana mereka yang lebih tua tu mempunyai satu ego yang mahu menunjukkan kekuatan mereka dan secara tidak langsung mahu mendapatkan kehormatan daripada pelajar-pelajar junior itu. So these bullies, as a whole, all they want is just respect from others. All they want is just to show off who they are, but through other means of way rather than showing it through virtues. They want to show them through physically that they are very empowering towards others. And this is something that I do not support in the first place, as we all know bully isn't something that everybody can handle. Bully isn't something that everyone can just go through every day in their life. Kita tahu sebabkan bully, ramai murid-murid telah mengalami kemurungan dalam kehidupan mereka dan juga tidak dapat untuk meluahkan perasaan mereka dan secara tidak langsungnya menyebabkan mereka jatuh grade-nya dalam sekolah. Mereka tidak mahu belajar kerana mereka telah melalui satu perkara yang menderitakan. So as a whole, we know that bullying isn't something that is good for students, that isn't something good for the surrounding. So we know that bullying isn't something that we should support, is something that we should be against of, because we all know that bully is only going to bring badness in other people's life. Thank you.
Alright, Ashraf, thank you for sharing. I totally agree with you. Sebab pembuli ni memang dia nak menunjukkan diri dia sebagai seorang yang lagi powerful than the person that they are trying to bully. They want to show that they have a lot of power and show that they don't have any weaknesses. And yes, kesan dia akan memberi macam prestasi the victim lah akan menurun dari segi like academic and curriculum, because they would have less motivation because of their being bullied, right?
Sangat-sangat tepat ya, Situ Masha.
Alright, thank you. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much, Ashraf, for sharing your insight. So right now, we will take a 3 minutes break. Jangan kemana-mana because we have more discussions afterwards, okay? Stay tuned.
We about to turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on. 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 We about to turn it on. Go, 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 go. We about to turn it on. Turn it on. We about to turn it on. Turn it on. Turn it. We about to turn it on.
Hi, welcome back everyone. Let's continue to our discussion. Alright, bagaimana pula dengan Akila? Maybe you can explain the types of bully and what kind of bully that usually happens at school, especially in boarding schools. Dipersilakan Akila.
Thank you very much, Marsha. Sophie. So tonight I'll be explaining on the types of bullying that there is. So semua orang dah tahu kan, memang ada dua jenis je pun. One is non-physical and physical. But let me get into that a little bit more deeper. You see, people are always afraid of the physical kind of bullying, of being beaten up. That's how it's usually portrayed. How bullying is usually portrayed is usually causing bodily harm to someone. For example, a guy who wants to bully this nerd and he gangs out with his friends to beat him up. That begitulah representasi kini tentang bullying. Tapi ramai orang tak sedar akan bullying yang paling teruk sekali efek dia. That has the worst kind of effect. Take for example, here, this plushie right here. Let's call her Sophie. Sophie here. If someone beats her up, at least other people can see the damage that's been done. Other people can have sympathy or want to help her at least. But through non-physical bullying, insults, verbal abuse, you cannot tell. You cannot see it. You cannot see what the person is suffering through. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the worst kind of damage that can be done. So through non-physical bullying, that is what mostly happens in boarding schools, ladies and gentlemen. Take, for example, verbal insults. We know that high school teenagers, their mouths, they're always trying to find something at fault, and thus it causes people to get hurt. It causes people to get offended. It causes a lot of damage to a student's mental well-being. Other than that, there's also the method of psyching a student out through social isolation. Take, for example, someone accidentally makes a mistake and does something that is considered weird to other people. And this group of people decide to actively together avoid that person. What this does to the student, to the person, ladies and gentlemen, is that it makes them feel alone. It's the worst kind of bullying. It's when you feel like there's no one who wants to listen to you. And I'm sure boarding school students have gone through this moment before where they feel like they're just alone in boarding school, and it's hard. It's really hard for some people, and which is why we should avoid doing these kind of things, avoid isolating other people, because everyone deserves to be heard. Everyone deserves to be treated with respect. There's also cyberbullying, one that's famous, of course. For example, insulting someone online, commenting mean things, because usually people do it to find pleasure or to take out their anger on other people. And it's something we should really try to avoid nowadays, because a lot of teenagers commit suicide because of pressure from the internet. The way a single negative comment can affect your day, and it scares me sometimes. It scares all of us how the internet can have an effect on us. Other than that, okay, moving on to the physical part. Examples of physical bullying could be bodily harm, like I've said, although it does happen less in boarding schools. What happens maybe through punishments, maybe, but other forms of physical bullying could be destroying someone's belongings, taking away what's rightfully theirs, destroying their property, treating them with little respect, and therefore that's where the root of bullying comes from, the disrespect that someone has for others. And that is my elaboration on the types of bullying. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Akila. Yes, I definitely agree with you. We're on the same page. Yes, I do believe that everyone deserves to be heard. So make sure, everyone out there, if your friends need person to talk to, please lend an ear. Don't ignore them. Always be there for them, because we don't know that what they are going through might be very hard for them to cope, and they can even fall into depression, like you said earlier. They could fall like into deep sadness. We don't know how they are right now. So always look out for your friend, okay? So now, I think it's time for the first quiz. How about you guys? I think it's time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay, baiklah. Soalan yang pertama. Sila nyatakan 3 jenis bully. Alright. So all the watchers right now, sila type jawapan anda di ruangan komen di bawah dan letakkan sekali IG punya ID, and make sure sorry, you guys follow SRC Team FS, because we will be mentioning all these winners on the IG. So quickly type up your answers. Okay, back to our topic. Maybe Afif can share a little bit about the effects or implications of bullying on the mental and physical health of the victims. So, Afif, I think it's your time.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. So for the effects of bullying, there are basically into aspects such as mentally and physically. So for mental aspects, the first one is obviously you have trauma. Basically, you can't sleep, you get nightmares, and yeah. For the second, for the second one is lower self-esteem, basically decrease in self-confidence. You want to try new things, you can't, because maybe your bully says, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. So yeah, you can't really. Finally is depression. Basically for depression is, kau kena bully, you have no one to talk to, so you hide in your room. You don't get out, maybe you stay there for months. And for worst case scenarios, like Akila said, you probably commit suicide. So the physical aspect, physical bullying, they round you up, they beat you up. So basically, you're gonna have those scars maybe. And for the second one is your decrease in health. So basically, let's say you have allergies. Your bully sneak, you're allergic to basically what, peanut butter. He sneaks a peanut butter jelly into your lunchbox, and then you basically eat it. What happens to you? Yeah, you got sent to the hospital. Yeah, that happened to me actually. So yeah, that ends my speech.
Yes, thank you, Afif. I'm so scared if that peanut butter thing happened to me, because I have peanut allergy too. But yeah, I totally agree that when someone gets bullied, they can get trauma. And it's very hard to overcome trauma because sometimes people need to go to therapy to help them decrease this effect in their lives. And then, yes, I definitely agree with the decrease in health. Like I just said, the peanut butter thing can probably relate a little. How about you guys? What would you guys say?
I would say bullying someone can lead to them having social problems, as in they don't know who to trust, or they end up being isolated and they don't want to trust. Especially in boarding schools, especially imagine being away from your parents and imagine not wanting to burden your parents with the baggage that you've got. It just it's sad. Yeah. And I wish I could help every single person that I wish we were able to help every single person that felt that way, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's why it's like a big burden. We don't want to burden our parents, so we always keep it all inside. But like, let's try to like open up a bit and like tell the people that we really trust. And oh yeah, dear audience, how about you guys give your opinions about this? Comment down below now. All right. Now, Nisa, can you tell us what are the factors that causes bullying? Like, why does the bully do not feel guilty for bullying people, and why is that victim unable to brush off or fight back the bullying attempt? Like, why can't they just like avoid it?
Okay, hello. Okay, so I speak in Malay, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so pandangan saya ada banyak faktor-faktor yang boleh causes bullying, but I think the main reason macam Ashraf cakap tadi is because of seniority. Because kita tengok senior yang acai junior, mana ada junior senior kan, mana ada junior yang suruh senior pergi gosokkan baju ke, tak. We only see selalu see seniors do that to the juniors. So I think that's for the first factor. And then second is because bullies ni they have no discipline. Diorang tak ada disiplin diri. Let's take for example, macam contohnya pembuli ni dia akan suruh orang lain untuk kerja dia dia rasa malas. Macam kalau dia malas nak gosok baju ke, dia malas nak ambil air ke, dia akan suruh orang lain yang ambilkan. Dia akan suruh orang lain yang gosok. So I think that is also one of the factors of bullying. And then last but not least, I think because of influence. So macam kita contohnya kan, let's say for example, when you're a junior, you get bullied, and then when you're a senior, you also want to do that to your junior because this is because from your oldest senior lah. So supposedly you need to stop the cycle and not continue the cycle. Okay, and then for question kan, for the next question, why does the bullies do not feel guilty for bullying people? So I think the answer is very easy. It's because bullying is very normalized nowadays. Macam not only maybe physical normalized, but probably in terms of like mengejek, menggumpat and other, those are very normalized nowadays. So if you see someone mengejek, that's normal. We do that, but honestly that's not normal. Okay, then kenapa orang-orang yang dibully ni dia tak boleh fight back? So these reasons is because diorang rasa takut. Macam diorang takut yang if they report, if diorang fight back, nanti diorang akan kena kaki turun. It's not true, okay? So if you guys out there yang kena bully, don't tell a responsible person. Because what you can do right now matters and it is for you to go report about them, okay? I guess that's it.
All right, Nisa, thank you so much for sharing that. Yes, that is so true because people always bully because of their influence that they have, especially like in schools. it's usually the people like they always say they have the biggest influence, they have the most friends. So these people that are being bullied, they feel like they're small, they feel like they have no one to talk to. But like you said, there's always someone out there you can reach out to. And like you said, bullying is like normalized nowadays. It's like I believe that's the same thing because, for instance, people would like joke about the physical appearance, and they would like pretend that they're friends. They might say that, oh, it's just a joke. They won't really take it to heart. But like, we don't know what the other person is feeling. So mind your words, everyone, okay? All right. So, next, our next quiz for today. Nisa, do you want to give the second quiz? I mean, like, should we start giving the quiz now?
Oh, yes, you should.
All right.
Want me
So
to
I
read
have your
the.
permission. Okay. So,
You want me to
our,
quiz? Sorry,
hmm?
sorry.
Oh, it's okay.
Nothing.
Okay. So, our second quiz is, apakah faktor-faktor menyebabkan gejala buli? Okay. Sila typekan jawapan anda di ruangan komen di bawah. Don't forget your Instagram ID and follow IG SRC10FS.
Sophie,
Yes?
you think I could like add on to what Nisa said earlier?
Yeah, sure. You can add on if you want to.
So
More needed, of
thank
course.
you. So I wanted to say that most bullies nowadays are caused by emotional instability. So yes, Nisa, you're right. Of course, your points are on point. But I think we shouldn't completely negative look at the bullies in a negative light. I think we should also try to sympathize with the bullies because maybe they are, you know, as you said, they want to okay, for example, senior bullies that want to bully their juniors because it's the tradition and they want to continue it. Maybe it's because they're influenced and they don't have the strength to speak up. So it's more to when it comes to the bully's perspective, it's more to inner strength. And I believe that even us as seniors, we should have that inner strength to know what is wrong, what is right. And I would like to ask all of the viewers right now to find that inner strength within you and ask yourself, are you really do you really stand on your own feet or are you following the flow? Because following the flow cannot be entirely good for you. It sometimes leads you to the wrong place. So, my advice and my perspective, I would say, is always stand on what you think is right. Don't and choose the right friends. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be careful of who you associate with. And if you think that thing is wrong, but you can't really oppose it or fight back, avoid it. Avoid it because you don't want to get involved with this, even if it's just a tradition, because it starts with us. It all starts with ourselves, and we have to do something to make a change, even if it's just taking one step back from everything that's wrong. We should take it. That is all for me. Thank you very much. Thanks, Sophie.
Thank you, Akila, for sharing your opinions. Yes, they are also, once again, very correct. And I totally agree with you. It's all about inner strength. We have to always be resilient with, we have to handle ourselves as well when we are being bullied. Always think the positives. Like, I mean, when you're being bullied, don't think that, okay, I'm being bullied, I'm very weak. No, never think that way. You have to be strong, fight for yourself, find the ways to solve it. Can I also ask from Ashraf, maybe your opinion as well?
Well, um, I believe that, well, it's actually true that both Akila and Nisa said, as as a bully, we really want to bully other people because of we want to spread our influence, or because we have that ego in our that feeling of wanting to hurt others because of our pleasure. And we also seen on the dark side where some bullies, they bullied others because of them feeling insecure with themselves, such as the cycle of seniority and junior. And I believe that if we want to actually break the cycle, we need to start with us. Start with actually not fighting fire with fire, but but rather than actually try to break the cycle by trying to spread positivity around us, by trying not to bring others down, but try to bring them to your level. If you think that they are below you, then bringing them down more. We should just stay by their side and try to walk the path that they walk. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes, I couldn't agree more with your opinion. But Ashraf, can you add a bit more? But like, as I wanted to say, do you have any tips for this? Like, how are we supposed to react if we're being bullied? Like, any more tips?
Oh yes, thank you for asking there. Our beautiful moderator there. All right, so as we know that bullying has two aspects, which is physical and mentally. So through secara physically, if we're being bullied physical, which is very rare nowadays, and first thing I want to tell you is that if we're being bullied physically, we should always tell upon our people that we trusted the most about this incident. Laporkan kejadian tersebut. Ya. Jangan rasa terpendam dalam hati kita. Jangan rasa macam saya tak nak laporkan ni, nanti kan takut orang gelakkan saya. No, don't ever think of that. Think of a way that if you just if you don't report this, you're never gonna see the light of day again. So it's better if you report the incident if you're being bullied. So never keep that bullying as a secret. Always report it. Doesn't matter if it's your friend, is it your parents, is it your teachers, just report it. Plus, if you're being bullied physically, it's better if you do not fight back. Because kenapa ni? Because if you were to fight back, then the bully will only respond with more violence. So it's better if you just take the bullet for now and laporkan kejadian tersebut. Now, the second aspect is mentally. Now, this is the fun part. Now, we all know that we've been bullied mentally throughout our whole life. Me specifically, as a pengawas in my school, I've witnessed multiple times. Really, this all boys school, man, they don't hold back their words. I tell you. All right. So, bila kita kena diejek secara lisannya, for first action, I recommend that we should always ignore what they say, because a, a bully became a bully when they have the reaction on it. Bila kita memberi satu benda yang mereka nak, which is a reaction, then they will keep on teasing you more and more and more, giving you more foul words to play with. So cara keseluruhannya, it's better that if we just ignore them in the first place. Secondly, if we tak boleh nak elak daripada kita kena ejek selalunya, saya cadangkan kita just report perkara itu kepada orang yang kita percayai terus lah. Seperti tengok di sini, kita ada Nisa, Akila, Afif dan Masha. Ini semua merupakan rakan saya yang saya memang percaya. So kalau saya kena bully, memang saya report dulu lah kat orang ni. Tapi tak nak juga lah sebab kan saya ni tak rasa macam pengawas kan. Sebab saya pengawas. Okay. So, terima kasihlah memberi saya untuk bicara kat atas ni. Itu sahaja ya.
Okay, thank you, Ashraf, so much for that. And yes, I totally agree. Kalau kita kena bully, especially kalau physical bullying, we have to tell the people that we trust. Because kita tak boleh pendam. Kalau kita pendam, dia akan jadi lagi teruk. It will eat us from the inside, and then it will get even worse. Bad about it, and it will just make us feel less happy and less motivated to go to school, because that's our main point. We have to always remember that the reason why we're going to school is because we want to study and achieve the best flying colors, grades, and etc. of that, of course. And so then we have to always keep a good mindset, a positive vibe. So always remember that there are always people out there for you. So you can always count on them. And oh yeah, I would like to say to both Ashraf and Afif, you guys look dapper today. I forgot to tell you that. And also to my girls, you guys look so beautiful tonight. Oh,
Thank you
okay.
so much, Sophie. You look stunning tonight as
Thank you,
well.
Sophie.
Oh, okay. Now moving on. Akila, as the prefect yourself, let's say you've been bullied. Do you keep being resilient? As you know, like few backs that we talked about, bully can cause us trauma. So how do you balance study and at the same time taking care of your emotion? I mean, like your mental health. Yes.
Thank you, Sophie. So, I've I've never really seen the world as black and white. Maybe I used to, but now the way I see it is that if someone finds something wrong with me or does something wrong with me, that means I must most probably have done something wrong as well. And that is the mindset I would encourage for most people because I mean, there's no way you're completely innocent in this world. There's no way you're the white rabbit suddenly being hunted by wolves. You're there's there's always right and wrong, and it's always everybody has a mix of right and wrong within them, and therefore, take for example, when I was in Form 2, I had quite a bunch of flaws, and I'm assuming that is what caused me to get really bullied by my classmates. It wasn't that severe, but it did affect me. But I'll say that it's actually helped me grow and learn from my mistakes. So, how to keep being resilient, you ask? I would say try to find the positive in what they're poking at you with, you know? Um, in Form 1, I used to have trouble finding friends because I used to think that, oh, everybody is so judgmental. How do I survive in an environment like this? I would say don't close yourself off to other people. Try to find the right person. Try to find that one good friend who you would risk your life to the end with. And yeah, being resilient, in my opinion, depends on how you see the world. Bullying is not just a one-sided thing, in my opinion. It can be it can be caused by both sides. Maybe someone made a mistake and the other person is overreacting to it. So both of them made a mistake. And I would say that try to improve yourself first. If you're the best version of yourself, then most likely they'll have trouble finding what's wrong with you. If you try to be the best version of yourself, you'll you'll be able to survive. You'll be patient, you'll be more patient, you'll probably be more understanding because because you're starting to see what the bully sees. So I would say even as a victim, sorry, but I'm still thinking outside the box here, but as a victim, in my perspective, I would try to sympathize with the bully, see where they're coming from, and not just think of my own personal needs. And as a bully as well, think of the victims. Think the bully needs to sympathize more, of course, but maybe they just haven't had that push. You know, instead of trying to slay your enemies, befriend them. I had a friend who once would insult everything, insult. So she hated me, yeah. But now we're friends because I've learned to overcome that. I've learned to accept that part of her, and I'm trying to accept everyone as they are. So, to be resilient, try to understand people and try to see the positives and try to improve yourself for the better. Yeah, that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Akila. Yes, that is very true. Because sometimes we have to also look at ourselves because we don't know how we portray ourselves in front of other people. Like you said, always try to be the best and the better version of yourself. Always try to improve as day goes by. And yes, we have to know how to understand people because sometimes, as you said, some of them they don't really mean what they're trying to say, but we just interpret it very wrong. So there could be like a bit of a misunderstanding sometimes. So there, like the saying goes, like we have to always make sure that the communication is there. As like yeah. Okay, now let's move on to Afif. Okay, Afif, are you there? Okay. What's your opinion about the roles of the student,
Yeah,
like
yeah, I'm
him,
here.
friends, teachers, or parents? How can they help to prevent bully at school? Like, what can they do to, like, help us over there, hanging in there? What are your thoughts?
Oh, okay. Now, for the students or the one that has been bullied, first of all, you've got to stand up. Okay, let's say you don't want to do it. You're scared. You're a coward. You don't know what to do. First of all, you can find other people who also actually have been bullied and you can team up against him. Or just report if you're too scared actually. Now, you as a friend, you see your friend being bullied. What do you have to do? You have to support him. You need to give him support. Sometimes you see him being bullied. You can report to teacher if he can't. Maybe you can good. Now, as a teacher, you should look out for your students. The problem these days is most teachers, like the ones in SVP and Mrsm, they are all actually very busy, so they don't have time to do that. But so these tasks here are actually passed down to wardens. But however, ask yourself, what if these wardens can't do their job properly? How do you go against it? That's why teachers, you see some sussy or suspicious stuff, yeah, you should try to take action. So now is for parents. Parents are actually also similar to teachers, but however, the parents play a bigger role. First of all, in developing your child. Bak kata pepatah, nak melentur buluh, biarlah daya rebungnya. So it's based on the environment. If they see for the bully, his environment at home, his father is probably using alcohol, his mother is the only probably working, and the environment at home is actually too, how do you say, probably too rash. They don't know what to do. So to release their stress from home, they bully others. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you so much, Afif. Yes, I definitely, totally, obviously agree with that point. We have to always stand up for yourself, and we also have to create an awareness. Like you said, some teachers are very busy, so I believe that maybe in a school, we can create an anti-bully support group as well, so that, like, or even a program to see, like, how are the students, like, how are they feeling mentally, so that they know that if their students, are they doing fine, because this can also affect their academic, because bullying is something very big, especially in our teenager lives, because, like, our feelings would go, like, around. We would feel like a roller coaster amount of emotions during that time. We are pressured with examinations, and we have so many to think about, like homework and stuff. So when you're bullied, it has like a bigger burden on yourself too, because you have to hang in there, and you also have to balance with your academics. So yes, I definitely agree with that. So Afif, can we give a quiz now? Should I tell the quiz?
Yeah, let them cook.
All right, my dear audience. According to Afif, who plays the most important role in preventing the bully case at school? Okay, sila typekan jawapan anda. And one more friendly reminder, please put in your Instagram ID so that we can tag you on our page, our Instagram, SRC Team FS. Follow that too. Okay? Okay, now to our dear Nisa. Okay, so Nisa, since you are one of the PRS, mungkin Nisa boleh kongsikan cara-cara untuk mengatasi gejala bully dekat sekolah? Because I know PRS, they have the most good tips that they can give to students. Come on.
Okay. Test test. Test test. Okay.
Yes,
So
louder.
okay. So I think one of the ways macam sekolah has done untuk mengatasi gejala bully, I'm pretty sure semua sekolah buat ni, which is diorang akan adakan campaign cegah bully. Am I right? I think semua sekolah mesti ada buat campaign macam tu every year. And nanti diorang panggil polis datang untuk kasih ceramah ni kan. So I think kan macam the main reason kenapa diorang buat campaign ni adalah untuk terapkan nilai-nilai murni dalam diri kita semua. So kita ni jadi baik, so kita ni tak bully orang lain. Sebab kita telah diberi didikan nilai-nilai murni. Okay. And then next I think the next way sekolah buat untuk tidak macam untuk mengelakkan berlakunya kes-kes bullying ni, obviously diorang akan adakan tindakan disiplin. So mestilah kita dah buat salah, kita akan kena tindakan disiplin, and semua orang nak kena tindakan disiplin ni kan. So I think itulah antara cara-cara sekolah buat untuk mengatasi gejala-gejala bullying ni. Thanks, that's all from me.
Thank you for sharing. Teringat pula masa polis-polis datang dekat maktab. Oh. Okay, baiklah. Kita akan teruskan ke sesi yang seterusnya. Penonton semua, anda juga boleh ajukan soalan kepada mana-mana panel untuk perkongsian jawapan bagi sesi Q&A selepas ini ya. Kita berhenti berehat sebentar. Jangan ke mana-mana. And don't forget to also follow our IGA once again. Okay, because there will be one more last quiz for the one lucky winner. Stay tuned.
We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, been fighting ways to get away, to see you again.
Everything changes.
Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, right now, I believe one of our panels, like they want to give a question and they also want to give their opinion, and we also want to like do some discussion. So Akila, proceed.
Thank you very much, our lovely moderator tonight. I wanted to ask you guys, as boarding school students, so on the idea of fighting back bullying, it is common thought amongst teenagers that to be scared of it, to be scared of fighting back, because you could get backlash from it. You could become a social pariah from it. So, in your opinion, like throwing away the script of just like throwing away the script of like stand up, fight bullies, what would you say to someone who faces the fear of being bullied? No, faces the fear of going against what is wrong, of fighting the flow. What would you say to that person who's what am I saying? Sorry, let me reiterate my question. What would you say to someone who's afraid of going against the flow to encourage them to stand strong? So let's start with Afif. Why not Afif? What's your opinion on this, Afif?
Akila, I think you can go to like Ashraf first. I think
Yeah, Ashraf, you wanna go first? Yeah, why don't you go first?
For me, okay. So, all right, this is getting off topic. So, fighting against bullying, it's something that is very common, but we've seen throughout time, and as a prefect, I also experienced it before. Is we tried to fight the bully with our hands, with physically, or yeah. So easy as it sounds, it's like we're fighting fire with fire, and it's something that even though I agree that we should fight against bully, but I don't think that it's a right method to actually go against the flow with a stronger flow. Get what I mean? Okay, so it means that if you want to fight against bullying, it's better that if you don't do it physically. It's better that if if Afif were to punch me now, I punch him back. No, that's not how it works. Rather than him, if Afif were to punch me now, I have to take bullet for that one time, and I have to try to advocate for what's right. And how to advocate for it is that I try to report the teacher, which is a much better solution. You try to seek for higher ups help because they can do the punishment for you rather than you carrying out for yourself. So at the end of the day, it's better that if we don't fight fire with fire, but rather we try to fight fire with water. Very simple analogy there. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashraf. How about Nisa? What's your thoughts about like Akila's question earlier?
Okay, so the question was, what would I say to someone to encourage them to stand bully, right? Am I right? That was the question, right? Okay. So honestly, guys, I think instead of like we encourage them to speak up, just go and report to the higher ups, because I think that it will count as we are the witness of our being. So I think that's my thoughts on this. We should just go tell our teacher that our friend is bullied. Easy solution. Okay.
Thanks a lot,
Let-
Nisa. Now I want to hear from Sophie, our beautiful moderator. What's your opinion on this? How would you do it?
Oh, you mean like how am I going to stop bullying? Like,
For example,
Please
those
forget.
who are scared, how would you, encourage them to be braver? That's what I mean.
For me, like Nisa said, I believe the best solution is, uh, we should like the most important thing we have to do, like if we ever get bullied, is tell our parents. Tell our parents like how we are doing, because some people they tend to not tell their own parents like what are they feeling, because like earlier our discussion like earlier just now about the burden and stuff, we don't want to burden our parents, but I think they are the people that should know about how we are feeling currently. So always make sure like you tell your parents how you are doing, and I believe that once you slowly talk it out with your parents, you can also discuss it with teachers. I think it would be easier if we can like make our teachers and our parents like meet up and then talk about this case and try to solve it, like Ashraf said, on good terms, so that it wouldn't get even worse. So like he said earlier as well, we should try fighting fire with water. So I believe we should not like when you're being bullied, we shouldn't like fight back like instantly. For example, if you're going through physical bullying, don't fight back. Like you said, like also Asha said, take the bullet first, but also try being resilient at that time. Take your time to open up to your closest ones, tell them how you are doing. So by doing this, we can also stop yeah, the bullying can eventually stop that way. That's my opinion. I hope it kind of answered the question.
It did, it did. That's awesome. I think Afif is still struggling, so unless okay, do you wanna? Did you hear what I asked earlier?
No, because actually I just now I was lagging, so I actually couldn't hear actually a single thing. Did you actually say anything just now about me?
No,
Oh, sorry. Like,
I asked.
you had like technical problems. It's okay. So I
Okay,
can
yeah.
ask him again the
I'll just
question.
repeat my question.
Yeah.
So take for example someone. So you said, oh yeah, you specifically said a lot about like speaking up, stand out, not stand out. I mean, fight back bullying, but the majority of teenagers nowadays are scared to do that from the backlash that they receive. So if you were to like throw out the script, throw out the script, what would you say to sympathize with a scared teenager to tell them that it's better to be braver? What would you say?
So see here. Actually, is to like I said just now was to probably team up with others to stand up against that bully. Because like you said, most teachers don't have any confidence. So why not you team up with someone? So that when you want to fight back against him, you have someone behind your back. Probably he punches you back. There's someone behind you to punch him back. So yeah, that's all.
Thanks a lot, Afif.
What a unique way of answering. I like the energy. Okay. Thank you so much. But guys, I think we have like 3 questions now. Should we proceed with answering the questions?
You think I could like give my
Yeah.
opinion on my question, please?
Oh, sure. Why not?
Sorry. I just wanted to give like maybe a different perspective on this, because okay, take for example the rule breaking in my school. Uh, okay, so your friend brings a phone which is against the rules, and some people, some prefects, even as prefects, they don't want to report it because then they'll be seen as maybe a teacher's pet, maybe a goody two shoes. That is the problem. That is the problem for mm, most teenagers nowadays. Even just because of a couple of words, someone would give up their principles. Just because of a couple of words, someone would rather throw away what they think is right and just do what everyone else is doing. So I don't know. For me, in my opinion, you guys can like rebut on me on this, but I think like the script of like, oh, stand up, speak out, report, doesn't can't apply to the society that I'm in, the people that I surround myself with, because there's just a constant fear. It's so much more complex, especially in a girl's mind. I'm not trying to downgrade guys. But I'm trying to say that from my perspective, it's more complex for us, and we struggle a lot with social standards, what they want. For example, bullying the younger juniors. We bully them because it's tradition, and if we go against it, we're called, oh, goody two shoes. Oh, you're not you're not doing what you're supposed to do. And okay, what I would say is that these people in your high school, these people that are in your life momentarily, will not define how you live your life outside. If you decide to give away what you think is good now, to give up on your beliefs now, it'll only ruin you for the future. So stick with what you have, and just remember, guys, to all the viewers right now, to the audience, I want to say that remember that in high school, the friends you have are just temporary. Okay, in college is where the real soulmates meet. You know, the real for lifers meet, and don't let them define who you are. Don't let them turn you into a bad person, because that is this is the moment where we grow. You know, where we grow into who we're meant to be. So that is all I want to say on this topic. Yeah. Thanks. Thanks for giving me this opportunity, Sophie.
Oh yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Akila. What a heartfelt thing that you've said. Like, I can literally relate with that. But like, I think before we answer the questions, I think we should talk more about like our experience. How about do you guys want to share any more like experience, like any other experience where you've ever been bullied and a way that you already overcame it, and look how are you guys doing now, very well right now. So anyone wants to share their experiences? I feel like Ashraf wants to say something.
All right, all right. Experience of mine, story time. And I was like, what, standard 5 or 6 at that time. I remember that I was also a prefect back in my days. I remember that I wasn't a person that's very favored by people, even though I am a prefect. And the bullying is very, very tough, mentally. Since I'm a prefect, they always expect me to be some kind of person who's perfect. They always picture me this guy as like, okay, you have must have good academics. You must have a be person that's smart all the time. You must be the person that's, you know, a real prefect. And I really think of myself like they always pressured me to shape into a person that I don't want to be. I don't want to be a person that has to be perfect all the time. I just want to be a person who wants to goof around. And that bullied is the most unfortunate thing is that pressure, peer pressure, does not come from other batches, but from my friends, from people who I thought I trust. And those are the reasons I developed some kind of trust issues nowadays. But even if they tell me that even they tell me that who I should be, I still say to myself that I just want to do my own thing. I just want to be myself. And yeah, now I'm just a person who just want to be my own self, loud and obnoxious. Here I am right now in Star, and I'm a prefect, and right now I'm being my own self. If I want to shout, I just shout if I want to. If I want to be like the most perfect guy over there, nah, I don't want to be a perfect guy. I just want to be a person who just do his own thing every day. So, and yes, if you're out there, if you're feeling that you don't want to let out your own feelings, just let it out. If people think that you're imperfect, that's fine. Nobody's perfect, anyways. And I'm sure every panelist here isn't perfect in their own way. So why not just let it all out? Why not just show to the world who you are and just be proud of it? just be proud on who you are. Trust yourself, have confidence in yourself, and I believe that you're gonna make it yourself. Thank you, Sophie, for giving me a chance to talk.
Thank you, Ashraf. I'm completely like 100% on your side because society nowadays they tend to like judge a lot about people because they assume that this certain individual, like for example, they think this person is, oh yes, this person is very perfect. They have no flaws, and they always think that this person doesn't have any troubles in their life. No, dear, that's not true because, um, like you said, everyone has their own flaws, and everyone is going through their own problems in their lives. But it's just them trying to overcome it, and they show like how you overcome it. So if they look good, even though they have like bad things going on, that means they know how to overcome those bad comments that they're getting. And like you said, we have to always be ourselves because naysayers are always around us, no matter like how we are, like if we're being loud, if we're being quiet, even if we're just sitting there being quiet, there's always people there trying to grade us down, trying to make us feel bad about ourselves. So I totally agree that we should just continue being ourselves and ignore all those people that are trying to bring us down. Do you guys agree?
100%.
Totally.
Totally.
110%.
Afif, do you want to share your experience, or even Nisa?
Oh, okay. I would like to share my experience. So back then I was standard five, just like Ashraf. So at that time I was a very timid person. I'd find someone and lash out about them about other people. So that yeah. So now this guy, he knows all my secrets. So whenever I do something I do something that makes him feel, makes him mad or something, he threatened me to expose all of them. So yeah, that was very hurtful. So I couldn't do anything against him. He had everything stacked against me. So how did I overcome it? So the first thing I did was to find some bad stuff about him too. Yeah, I did found some, and now when he threatens me, I can threaten him back. So yeah, that's how I did it. Oh yeah, also thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Yeah, of course. I think Nisa also has something to say. Nisa, you want to share?
Okay. Okay. Test, test. Oh my god. Okay. So I don't think what I can is really bullying, but I think it's a way of like my friends showing their love towards me. It's like I think people can say like sometimes bullying is kind of like a love language. Like being mean to each other is like a love language because my friends do that to me a lot. And sometimes yes, at first it gets macam kita terasa sikit lah kan because you selalu kena what so-called bullying. Of course, I talk it out to them, and I learned that it's just their way of showing that they care for me. Macam that's their love language. So I don't really have any experience of being bullied, but I guess what my friends did is also bullying, but in a loving way, I suppose. Yeah, that's all from me.
Thank you, Nisa. Oh yeah, I would like to say something as well. To all of you, all everyone, my dear panelists as well. Um, as you guys are also my dear friends, I hope that if we ever experience this thing, we can always share it with each other because we have each other's backs, right? So I think it's time for us to answer the questions that they're in the comment section. Okay. So do you guys want to proceed?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
of course.
Let's
Let's do some
go.
interesting ones here.
We have like good questions over here. So the first question that we've got is, Okay. Wait. Where is that question? I believe this is kind of funny, but kind of interesting at the same time. IRTS Muhammad Amin said, "How do you make your older sister to stop bullying you?" Wow. So, do you guys want to share your opinions about that? Your thoughts?
Well, as the older siblings in my generations, I have no say in this because I do not have anyone older than me. So, yeah.
Like, how do you feel when you bully your little sibling? What's it for? What
Oh,
do you think it's for?
as a person saying no to bully, this is controversial. I rather not say, but I really wish I want to stop, but it's fun in a way. It's fun in a way. Hear me out, please.
I agree. I
Uh,
agree.
Yes, it's fun when we tease them, but like I think this but like sometimes sibling bullying can also occur like I think in physical bullying, I believe. Like when they physically abuse you, that's when the problem really comes. Because I believe when we're just teasing around with our siblings, that's very common in every household. But like I think the type of bullying is maybe like physical bullying or even mental bullying that like kind of like hurts them too much to cope. So anyone wants to give their thoughts about that?
I agree with what you said. Yeah, there is a limit to the bullying, but I do it pretty often. Like just like I guess insulting my sister a bit. But I guess I feel like because it's she's the only person who I can show that side to. No, the really mean side too. I don't know, because I'm stuck with her for life. And like Nisa said, bullying can be a form of showing affection. Yeah, that's all.
Yes, yes. How about the rest? Do you guys have anything to say about this question?
Well, normally for me, well, my way is actually just to find out about the person actually, so that whenever they push something against me, yeah, just let it out to the parents. Yeah, they'll take care of it.
Kind of true. Nisa, do you want to say anything?
The sibling, I am the one getting bullied. I am the one getting bullied to their chores. And so if I do report to my parents, they would just say, well, that is your responsibility. So I guess just have to deal with my siblings for the rest of my life. Pretty
It's
much.
true. That is accurate.
Yes, I definitely agree with that too. All right. Do we want to move on to the next question now?
Yes, please.
sure.
Okay. So, from I am Maya, Roblox something. My question is, how if the bully is your own best friend? That means a friend that only friends you like for benefit. What would you do? And then it said, I would like all the speakers to answer if possible. Oh no. So it's kind of like wow.
Ow.
And wow.
This question hurts.
So who wants?
Can I go first?
Oh, for sure. Why not?
Yeah. So, if your friend is the bully, basically a toxic friend. So I think this kind of relates back to my earlier point of like, don't close yourself off to other people. What I mean by that is, don't don't completely deny the opportunity of finding new friends. Because if a person is unhealthy for you, they're not gonna give benefit to your life. They're gonna take away from it. If you feel like, okay, first off, talk to her about it first. Maybe try to clear out the air, get the emotions through, get how you're feeling, what's wrong and what's right. Clear up the air. But if that still isn't effective, I would say don't completely rely on her as your source of happiness. If I mean, it's source of companion, as in, I'm not saying drop her and find new friends. I'm saying that open yourself up to more people. Find new people to talk to, maybe, but don't completely shut people off or cut people off because that can lead to other things. Yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Oh,
Thank you, Akila. Who would like to go next?
sure, me. Okay. Thank you. I wholeheartedly agree with Akila's point there. Sure, we can't just shut them off because sure they may be toxic, but they still are friends. They may be a bully, but they still are friends. So I like how the point is that we must talk to them first about it. Just share our feelings with them. Say that I do not like this kind of behavior. It's not good for me, and it's most definitely not good for you to be bullying me. And if that does not work, and I think that it's better if you just try to consult your other friends that's not the bully, because whenever this kind of situation happens, we always need a middleman. We always need someone in the middle to try to clear the things out. Because if there's a conflict between two people, I'm sure that these two cannot solve the conflict alone. So if you have a best friend or a friend that that's always try to bully you all the time, maybe tease to the point where it's never gonna, it's overboard. It's best that you consult other friends that you trust in this matter, and I'm sure one way or another the conflicts will get solved. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashraf. Moving on, who would love to give and share their opinion next?
I would like to say something about this.
Okay, sure.
So, as a person whose best friend's love language will be bullying, I guess you can always differentiate whether that bullying is for teasing or is really bullying. Macam dia macam gurau-gurau kawan ataupun dia memang macam toxic bully. For example, yang toxic bully ni, they would like macam mencarut at you 24/7, and do not like to hear that. Kan, we do not like to hear those negative words 24/7. So, and I think the best way, and I think if you ever encounter that problem, I think you should talk out to them. And if they still continue, you have to accept that you need to find other friends. Yes, it is hard because a best friend, right? You share lots of good memories with them, and it is very hard to let go a best friend. But nak buat apa? Tu benda yang kita kena buat, because do you still want to be in that toxic environment that you are in 24/7, benda negative? I'm sure you don't want that. Okay, I guess that's my opinion on that.
Thank you. And yes, I do believe that because there, like you said, there is such thing as toxic positivity. As we tend to think that it's something normal that our friends do. Sometimes we have to yeah, like Akila said as well, clear the air, try to talk it out if it's possible. Okay. So Afif, would you like to share anything?
Find out the cause first, because and now I relate back to my to my question. Sorry, not my question. Wait. I will relate back to my speech just now. I'll it all relates back to the family, the environment they have at home. So probably if they are just bullies because they just want to release stress, they don't know what they're doing. So yeah, I will consult them about it, and yeah, things will go out right.
Thank you for sharing. Okay, guys, before we proceed with the next question, I believe we have to announce the final quiz, okay?
Yay!
So, should we do the last quiz to the dear audience that are watching today? Okay. So, untuk soalan kuis yang terakhir, berikan pandangan anda tentang Santai Talk Say No Bully. Say no to bully ini. Sila berikan jawapan yang terbaik untuk kami pilih pemenangnya. Okay? Give your opinions about how was our talk today. I would love to read the comments. How about you guys? I'm quite interested to see their opinions.
Yeah, I want to see if we've managed to break the chain of being out of the ordinary for an anti-bully campaign. You know, like maybe trying, maybe they understood this, maybe they felt more from this, and
Yes, yes. Thank you. Okay, let's not keep them waiting. Let's proceed with the next question from. Okay. Hmm, Okay, my question from Remy Roni. If the bully is our own siblings, jadi kita perlu report ke? Sebab kesan kita report tu kan, mesti siblings kita kena JDM ke? Dan ianya boleh merosakkan masa depan siblings kita tu. So I mean, I think this is like in MRSM. Yeah, MRSM is like JDM is basically when we report it to the higher ups. When the higher ups know about our case, maybe it's something very, very bad. I might say that way. So, as an MRSM student, I believe the person that who might know what to answer is basically our one and only Nisa.
Okay, hello. Okay. So yes, in MRSM, bully will sort into JDM, and eventually worst case scenario kita kena buang sekolah. So kalau sibling kita yang membuat, what should we do? Sebab kita tak nak rosakkan our sibling punya future, kan? Our sibling punya future, kan? So I think the best solution is to tell your parents about. Tell your parents so that they could take action sibling. So it wouldn't go to the worst case scenario. So yes, we need to avoid sebab we are a sibling kan, we need to take care of sibling. So kita kena jaga diorang punya future juga kan, sebab diorang sibling kita. In some way pun kita pun tak nak dia kena buang sekolah. So I think the gentlest solution is yes, tell your parents so that your parents can take action on this. So biar the higher ups at school don't have to take action on this. Yes, that's my opinion on this.
Thank you, Nisa. Oh yeah, to our fellow SDP mates, JDM is basically Jemaah Disiplin Maktab. Like I said, it's when the person is like being reported and the higher ups already know about this. So the worst case scenario is we can actually be transferred to a new school, or even we're gonna get thrown from that school, from our maktab. So yeah, our next question. Um, okay. Your average said, kalau palau pun kira bully tak? Palau? Palau means like if you're being ignored by your friends. Is that considered bullying? Like if you're talking around with your friends and then they decided to like ignore you and like try to push you to the corner and like you're being ignored in that friend group, what would you say?
well, for me personally, I would say that yes, it is a form of bullying actually, because it can affect someone's mental health. I used to be a part of a friend group, and they weren't toxic, but at times I felt like they weren't satisfied with me. And then all of a sudden, one of my friends would go like, "They've been talking bad about you. They've been talking stuff about you," and then I cried. I cried because like, what's wrong? What am I doing wrong? Because I'm worried, and not being honest with your friend, palau, in my opinion, is it's not bullying, I guess, but it's quite disrespectful in a way that you're not treating them with the respect you should. You should be honest with how you feel about them. If you want them to fix something, tell them straight up rather than hurting their feelings this way. Because, yeah, it can hurt people's feelings. Yeah. And distract them. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Akila, for sharing. How about the others? What would you like to say? Any thoughts?
Well, certainly. Oh, want to go first?
Yeah, no, you go
Sure,
first
sure.
actually.
Oh yeah, you
All
guys.
right. All right. As I've grown older, I've seen more and more about this palau. And to be honest, I'm also one of the victims, and also the person who does the palau too. So I'm on the both side of the spectrum here. So as a victim, I can tell you that it is actually a form of bullying, however you like to see it. In some cases, what I've seen is that because we asyik kena palau dengan kawan kan, we try to talk to them but they won't listen. We try to like have a fun moment with them but they don't want to have a fun moment with you. Like it's as simple as you want to do homeworks with them but they don't want to do that said homeworks with you too. So macam it makes you feel sad because you it makes you feel like you don't deserve to be with them. It's like they pandang rendah at you, and it's very sad to be honest if we encounter the same type of palau in every SPP. So right now I'm trying my best to make ensure in my school that the in one my batch I'm going to ensure that no one's going to get palau because I've known what it feels like. I don't want anybody to feel the same thing. Now, on the other side of the spectrum of me, Palau people, hear me out here. Okay, I do this not because I don't like that person personally, because I've done this many times before, not because I think that I'm superior, but I think that because those person did something unspeakable acts that I don't want to talk about. So I do this because I just hope that that person is smart enough to figure out that I don't want to talk to him because of his bad deeds, and I'm haraplah dia insaf because of that stuff. And to my surprise, he is he was smart enough to figure the things out. So now we're best buds. Yeah.
Thank you, Ashraf, for telling like your perspective and your thoughts about this. Yeah. Anyone else would like to share their thoughts?
Okay. So for me, this would be a form of bullying. Actually, I have also actually been a part of a group of a friend group, and actually memang kena palau. So mostly if so when I was put into this situation, I find friends. But however, it does hurt actually because, um, like Akila said, they actually said bad things about me too, because probably of my imperfection. When I when I was in that situation, yeah, I just find new friends and make a new friend group.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it really hurts a lot kalau kita kena palau ni, sangat menyakitkan hati. But we have to try enduring it and think the positive things. Think that there's always other people out there for you and try to find those people and reach out to them. So Nisa, what about your thoughts?
Okay, so I think firstly in the palau, maybe you should ask the person. Maybe bukan dia palau he or she doesn't like you, macam dia tak suka awak, dia tak nak kawan dengan awak. Maybe the person was just having a bad day. Maybe he or she is not in a good mood to talk to anyone. So dia pun palau lah awak. She's not in the mood. She has no more social battery. But then again, that person yang palau tu should have actually told their friend they were not. Honestly, they should have palau their friends. But yeah, I depends the intentions behind whether or not dia punya intentions tu boleh kita kata bully atau tidak. And but anyways, palau orang because macam bila kita kena palau tu memang kan, so that's not palau people, guys. Okay, that's it.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. Sebab kalau kita kena palau ni memang sakit, especially with the people that we're used to, our own friend group. If you ever get palau, yeah, it really hurts a lot. So, okay, I believe we have come to the end. It seems that time has envied us, but before we end this live session, we will give the opportunity to our panelists to give like final words, a word or two, to like give us any advice that you want to share. Silakan. Anyone wants to give any advices that the viewers can try to hold on to? Like Akila?
Well, I'll just repeat what I've said. The main, I guess, like pushing to sorry, motivation sentences that I've said. I said that number one, don't let the temporary friends that you have now define who you are. So hold on to that, guys. Remember that there'll always be new people in life, and you shouldn't let these people change who you are from a good person to a bad person. Second, it's that try to see things from all perspectives. Try to see the positives, see the negatives. Try to sympathize with other people, even if you're in the worst situation possible. Try to think of what other people are going through as well. As I'm saying, that applies for both the bully and the victim because it can work for both ways. And yeah, I think that most people aren't fighting against this bullying thing because it's not something you can really fight head on with. It's a complex mental battle. And I think we should all have it in ourselves to stay strong and stay true to ourselves. That should be our main goal. Just to stick to our principles and be the best version of ourselves. That's all for me. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sophie.
Thank you again, Akila. So anyone wants to add on? Like a word or two? Kata-kata semangat kepada para penonton kita yang disayangi.
I would like to. So, if you ever feel in a situation where you are low, where you are always wrong, please don't that because remember, there is no wrong, it's only different, okay? And if you're ever in the position of being bullied, jangan stand benda tu sorang. Go and fight it, okay? You don't want to live the rest of your life. You don't want to spend your teens, your teenage years getting bullied. You want to enjoy your teenage years, your high school years. So speak up and be brave about it, okay? Good luck, everyone.
Thank you, Nisa, for such kind words. Afif, do you want to say anything? Any advices that someone can actually hold on to? Might
Okay.
be.
So just in life there will always be challenges for you to overcome. So such as bullying. So in my opinion now, it all comes to the cost. Everything has a reason. A tree wouldn't be swaying if there's no wind. So if something bad happened to you or anything, just find out the cause. Probably the environment or the bully or anything. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you, Afif, for such motivating words. Ashraf, next.
Alright, thank you to our moderator for saving the best for last. Now, to top it all off, my final words would be that whenever we want to fight against bully, is never to fight a fire with fire. Never, don't fight this thing head on. Don't fight when they respond to you with physical attacks. Don't give them physical attacks because it's just gonna make things worse. If they tease you, do not tease them back because it's not gonna solve anything. So whenever things like this happens, I believe that our panelists have said already is that try to find the cause behind it because you never really know what they've been going through, and yeah, and also they don't know what you've been going through too. So it's best if you just say what you want to say against them, but don't fight them head on because you know it's not going to work either way. So kata-kata semangat daripada Muhammad Ashraf bin Razak is that nobody is your enemy, all right? So whenever someone is like against you, always say it to yourself, I have no enemies. Let your smile spread positive around the world and be that person that's going to make an improvement. Not just maybe not through world, but through the community that you've been going around today. So thank you, and that's all for me.
Wait. One more thing to Afif and Ashraf. There's this comment that says, was it? Okay, ada ke masalah macam cerita high council tu? So we know that high council is a school about an all boys school. So I wanted to ask, from two students from all boys school, is it accurate or is it just an exaggeration? I haven't even seen the show.
All right.
Quite right question.
All right.
Quite serious.
All right, Afif, you can go first for one.
Oh, okay, thank you. So, in my opinion, at my school, there are actually just a few elements of this thing. It isn't actually serious, that much serious actually. So yeah, so we don't have to go through all that. Those fightings, those spars. You fall down from what, flat tiga, and you actually survive. Yeah, we don't actually go through those kind of huge stuff. Yeah.
So as for me, to be honest, this is a secret I want to let you out. The name High Council was actually inspired by the incident in Star. Yes, High Council tu datang daripada Star. If you tengok there's like a berita from 2004. No, no, not berita. An alumni from 2004. Yeah, it was terrible. So, however, those things, believe it or not, those things does happens. Those sparring things, but those things are in the past now. Those fight, trying to prove your sador, your power. No, that thing does not happen anymore in our school because I think that everyone already realized that this thing doesn't bring benefits to anyone though. It's like kenapa you nak lawan each other? It's like if kalau kita just kawan kan, I think it's just better that way. If sekolah tak bergaduh kan, it's just better that way. And plus, high council seniority, it doesn't make you that it doesn't assist you become powerful at all, in my opinion. So I'm sure that as the days goes by, everyone realized that high council is just a thing of a past now. And yeah, no one we do still have those few elements of seniority, but that's just all lah. Tak ada high council ke, high table ke, highest council ke, or over the top council. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. So that's all.
Thank you so much, Afif. Thank you so much, Ashraf. I was just curious. I'm pretty sure like all the non-boarding school kids out there are also curious. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I really harap these things are like not normalized nowadays. Hanya cerita dongeng. I hope this is like only in the entertainment industry. I hope these things don't happen to our dear students in boarding schools again, especially like the boys. Okay, so I think we have reached the end, guys. So to our dear audience, that's all for today's Santai Talk. Thank you so much, loyal viewers who have been with us since the beginning until this very end. Tak lupa juga to my support system, SRC TMFS dan juga guru-guru penyintas kami. Semoga program ini dapat memberikan manfaat yang banyak lah kepada para penonton. Dan daripada saya, Marsha Sophie Udina, sebagai moderator pada malam ini, ingin memohon maaf sekiranya terdapat sebarang salah kata, macam any like, did I do anything wrong? I'm really sorry for the mistakes. As we all know, everyone has flaws. And again, I hope to see you guys for the next collab of Mrsm x SBP. And my last words are, together we break the wall and build a bridge. Say no to bullies. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Dear panelists, you want to say bye? You can say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Jay? Sudah ke? Yay, guys!
Is it over?
It.
in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.